A peace march in Ukraine turned deadly over the weekend. An explosion rocked the country's second biggest city, killing 2 people and injuring several others. And to tell us more, Paul E. is joining us from the news center. Paul, are authorities there any closer to finding out who was behind this attack?
Well, Kiev's Interior Ministry is investigating the incident as an act of terrorism. 4 suspects who were caught with a rocket launcher have been arrested. Now, the blast struck a rally that was commemorating the first anniversary of Ukraine's ousting of its pro-Russian president, Viktor Yanukovych. Our Connie Kim has more.
Unrest is spreading across Ukraine after a deadly explosion rocked the northeastern city of Kharkiv on Sunday. At least 2 people were killed and more than 10 were wounded in the blast at a peace rally marking 1 year since the uprising that ultimately toppled the Russia-backed government of Viktor Yanukovych. Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko says the bombing was aimed at destabilizing the country.
Our opponents, our enemies, have tried to destabilize the situation in the country. As you know, there was an act of terrorism in Kharkiv, and our special security services were able to prevent an act of terrorism in Odessa.
Sunday's march was to commemorate the 100 people who were killed during last February's uprising and the more than 5,000 who have lost their lives in the subsequent crisis in eastern Ukraine. 4 people have been arrested in connection to the bomb attack. Kiev says all the suspects have links to Russia and received instructions and weapons from the Russian Federation. Moscow has yet to respond to the accusations. The Ukrainian government is becoming increasingly concerned that pro-Russian forces are moving beyond regions held by separatists. Kharkiv is Ukraine's second city and has been the site of violent protests by separatists over the past year. Hours prior to the explosion, the Ukrainian government and pro-Russian separatists agreed to pull back heavy military equipment this week, following a deadline set during peace talks in Belarus earlier this month. Also, in the first and rare sign of progress toward implementation of the peace deal, the first prisoner swap of roughly 200 men took place over the weekend. Connie Kim, Arirang News.